Are American environmental groups partnering with Vladimir Putin to undermine America's energy security? Could be. Two Republican congressmen recently wrote a letter to the U.S. Treasury Secretary outlining their concerns. Representatives Lamar Smith and Randy Weber believe Putin's Russia has been funneling tens of millions of dollars to anti-energy activist groups. According to the congressman, these groups spread propaganda about the safety of hydraulic fracturing and actively work to shut down pipelines, among other mischief. And it's not just Republican congressmen sounding the alarm, and this information is not new. During a private speech in 2014, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said, "We were even up against phony environmental groups funded by the Russians to stand against an effort, that pipeline, that fracking, and a lot of money supporting that message was coming from Russia." A Senate report released in July of that same year detailed how the environmental extremist movement takes its marching orders from an exclusive group of wealthy people that wants to obstruct oil, gas, and coal production. The 92-page report explained how these groups covertly move money around through offshore shell companies and private foundations. They do this, of course, to hide where the cash is coming from. Also in 2014, Anders Rasmussen, the former Secretary General of NATO, said in a speech, "I have met allies who can report that Russia, as part of their sophisticated information and disinformation operations, engaged with environmental organizations working against shale gas to maintain European dependence on imported Russian gas." And now, a 29-year veteran of the CIA says environmental groups are without a doubt agents of influence to Moscow through a networking system of shell companies and foundations. Kenneth Stiles told the Daily Signal, "Geopolitically, this is Putin's Moscow attempting to thwart America's efforts to gain energy independence and to help our allies get from underneath Putin's energy boot." Stiles, who is now at Virginia Tech University, is focusing his attention on exposing 3 Virginia environmental groups that are trying to block the Atlantic coast and Mountain Valley natural gas pipelines. The former CIA agent says Putin's money passes through a shell company in Bermuda and a foundation in San Francisco before being sent to a group called Virginia Organizing. That group then delivers the Russian money to groups called Preserve Montgomery County and Friends of Nelson County. Stiles told the Daily Caller these grassroots organizations are doing Putin's bidding. They are colluding with Moscow, the Russian oligarchs, and Putin against America's interest and our freedom. What do you think? How hard is it to believe that the Russians are teaming up with American anti-energy activist groups to achieve their common goals? Power on, America.